Yes, in the previous video what we have seen is, so this was a real structure. Okay, in this real structure, particularly at point B, 20 kN load is acting. At point A, 30 kN load is acting. So in first what we have done is we have removed the, first step. In the previous video what we have done, I am showing that we have removed the actual forces and considered the virtual force, or it is also called as imaginary force. Okay, so by taking the imaginary force at point B here, okay, like this, so here I have considered 1 kN as F is equal to 1 kN, okay, and we have calculated the member forces as in the trusses we are neglecting the bending and we are thinking only towards the axial forces. So axial forces, it is like a nervous system. Okay, so when you provide a load exactly at the joint, so this joint load, external load, will distribute its full effect inside the structure, in particularly all the members. Okay, so by taking this imaginary force, we have already calculated the member forces in the truss inside element of the truss. Now what we have to do is, now consider same procedure, nothing changes there, same procedure we have to adopt, only we have to see the real, we have to take the real structure here. In the previous video what we have done is we have taken the imaginary structure where the imaginary load is acting. Structure looks like same only the real loads are not there, only the imaginary load is there, which we have considered as a 1 kN. Due to the application of that 1 kN, we have calculated all the member forces by using which method of joints. Okay, now consider real structure, that is this one. Okay, again calculate member forces using method of joint. So for the diploma candidates, as you people were not aware of this analysis of truss by using the method of joints, okay, so in this problem only twice we are solving this method of joints, okay, which will give you clarification how to use this method of joints to calculate the member forces inside the structure. Okay, now what is the first step we have to assume? See, what we are looking for? We are looking for axial forces. Again I will repeat for the diploma students. Okay, there are two types of axial forces. One will be axial tension, okay, which I can call it as like this. Stretching something is nothing but tensile force. Okay, another one will be axial compression. So you have to keep these some fundamentals of some concepts in your mind. Okay, so this I can call it as like there is a box here. Okay, make it a little big. Small box I will take here. When you apply the load like this, what happens to this? It will elongate. Like this it will stretch. That is called as what? Tensile force or axial tension force. Okay, what is compression force or axial compression is nothing but when you apply load like this, when you press it, okay, there is a reduction in the dimension like this. So this will be like contracting like this. Okay, so this is kind of, so these two types of only axial forces we are calculating in this type of members. Okay, so as the see why virtual work principle, energy principle you are using. Okay, some energy, see why the change in the dimension is taking place when you press it, why this material is going under some change in the dimension. So the word called strain, that is when we normally people have seen that change in length to the original length is nothing but strain we say. Okay, why those changes will come? Those changes will come because of some energy stored in this member, some energy. If you take my body, when this body is applied to the force, it moves forward. Why it moves forward? And also the change in the dimension will come. Okay, there is an energy stored in the body. Which type of energy? It is called as the strain energy. So this principle only we are using here, and we are calculating the deflection or displacement of a joint in a particular truss in a particular point by using the energy principles, out of which we are using the first principle, that is virtual work principle. Okay, this is what the fundamentals we are using here. Okay. Now initially what we have to assume is all the members are in tension. Initially what we are doing, we are assuming all members are in tension. As I told you, think of joint. You think of joint. Okay, if I say this point is A, joint A. So if I want to provide, say this one, say A joint is there. So if I want to provide all members are in tension, when I say joint A, this member connected, this member is also connected. So away from the joint, arrow mark is very important. Away from the joint is tension. Similarly, if you want, you can take it somewhere as a graph. A point, if you want to give compression, so this is a joint. Arrow towards the joint is compression. Okay, in this way you have to think of joints here. Then only you apply these arrow marks. Okay, it is not necessary or mandatory or rule that you have to assume that all the members are in tension only. No, you can consider all the members are in compression also. Okay, it depends on the sign convention. If you get negative answer, the assumption is wrong. Simple one. Okay. Now here I will take you away from the joint, tension, away from the joint. Now you consider this, away from the joint. When you see this, it looks like compression. Okay, but think of joint and give this arrow mark so that it will not go wrong. So E away from the joint, E away from the joint. This one also away from the joint, away from the joint, away from the joint. C away from the joint. From E it is away from the joint. From D it is away from the joint. Now the diagram is ready. Initially what we have assumed all the members are in tension. Okay. Now see what we are using. We are using method of joint. One more method is there, method of section. Okay. So in the influence line method for the trusses, that time I will show you how to calculate the member forces. If you want to calculate some forces in some members, then you can go for the method of section. Okay, that we'll see later. Right now we have to use this method of joint. Okay, joint by joint you have to go. Now let me consider first joint as joint A. So I am considering joint A here. Okay, consider joint A and see which all members are connected with this. Already in the previous video we have already calculated this angle. This angle is nothing but 53.13 degree. This angle also is 53.13 degree. Simple geometry or Pythagoras theorem you can use. Okay. Also trigonometry you can use, and you can calculate whichever the method is applicable or applied on the structure. That method you use and you calculate this angles between in the process. Okay. Consider joint A. Now see joint A, you write down A point here. With the A, which all members are connected? This B is connected and this AE members, AB and AE member is connected. So I'll just draw this. This is AB. So this is AB, right? And this is AE. What we are calculating? Force. So let's apply force like this. FAE. Initially, what we have considered? Away from the joint, it is in the tension. If I get the negative answer, the assumptions will be wrong. Okay, for the both condition we'll see. How much is the angle? 53.13 degree. 53.13 degree. Okay, one more force is acting. This is the original actual loading we are taking on the structure. One more load is acting at point A, that is load of Okay, how many equations of equilibrium are there? Always keep writing this. Always means you will not go wrong. Fy and 3 equations of equilibrium are there. So using these 3 equations of equilibrium only we can, because this is for the 2-dimensional plane or a single plane you can say. Okay, which is having 2 directions, x as well as y direction. For the 3D equations of equilibrium are different. They are 6. Okay. Now see, A joint we have taken now. Now let us apply first fx. Apply summation of fx is equal to 0. Fx means what? Horizontal. Right side I am considering positive, left side I am considering negative. Okay. Now see, which all horizontal forces are this we have to neglect because it is purely vertical. One inclined force is there which can be converted into one vertical force. Also it can be converted into horizontal force. This inclined force I am telling you. Okay. So whenever you take fx, you take this horizontal force here, inclined horizontal, resolved horizontal force, and whenever you consider fy, you take resolved vertical force. Okay. Now see, FAB, it is in this direction, it is in right hand side direction. First take the sign. You go step by step. You see the direction, you put the sign convention, then you take the measurement. FAB. Okay. Then again, I'll take this chalk only. How it is rotating? It is rotating towards the theta to make it the horizontal component. So it will be what? Plus, it is in this direction only. FAE cos 53.13 degree equal to 0. Okay. Now from this we will get the value of FAB is equal to, if you take equal to this value on RHS, it will become minus. So minus, you will get minus answer when you take here. So now here see FAB, this and this, both values are unknown here. Okay, so both are unknown, so we cannot solve by using this fx equation. Okay, so let us keep this equation as 1 and let us jump towards the summation of fy. Summation of fy is equal to 0. Trial and error. If you are not getting answer with the fx, you go for fy. You will get any one answer out of this. Okay, so let me take this. So it is downward I am taking negative, upward I am taking positive. This is what the consideration we are doing here. So these are also not mandatory that whatever I am using the sign convention. It depends on you how you people are have studied your basics before. Okay, so it is downward minus 30. This force, inclined force, can be made vertical. So it is rotating away from the theta. See, it is away from the theta. So it is away from the theta means and going upward. Upward direction means FAE sin 53.13 equal to 0. So from here you will get FAE value. FAE is equal to 30 divided by sin 53.1. So you will get an answer as I write that answer. So FAE you will get it as 37.50. 37.50 kilometer. Now see I am getting positive answer. Means the assumption which I have done before for a member AE, okay, it is assumed as tension and answer is also coming positive. Means the assumption is correct. It is tension force. Whatever the arrow I have provided here, it is correct. The member A is going under tension force. Okay. Now take this value from equation 1. From this equation, you put this FAE value in this, so as to get FAB value. So if you see FAB value, if you take equal to this side, it will become minus. So you will get minus answer here. FAB value will be minus 22.50. Minus 22.50 kilonewton. Now see I am getting minus answer here. Means assumption made for member AB is wrong means no need to write every time this comment here, just to make you understand. I'm writing this comment. Okay, if negative answer is coming, the assumption was wrong, it is in compression. So AB member is going under compression. Okay, now we have already calculated two forces. Now let's consider joint by joint you have to go, and same procedure you have to follow. Let me consider joint B. Very simple procedure. See, no complication here. Just joint by joint you have to consider, resolve the forces if any inclined forces there by Fx and Fy, and you just need to apply it in your equations of equilibrium. Okay. Now let me consider joint B. Here is the point B. Now see, B is connected with AB, B is connected with BC, B is connected with B. So three lines I will draw here. 1, 2, 3. This is FAB, this is FBC, this is FBE. Also one more force which is acting at point B is 20 kN. So here you can easily write this is 20 kN here load is acting. Okay, FAB we have already calculated. FAB is how much here in the previous joint? This minus 22.50. Only what you have to do here, the direction which you have chosen here. So from the B, what is the direction? See here, if I cut this in between, how is the direction? The direction is like this. But answer how much you are getting here? Minus, means it is in compression. Means you just change the direction. One thing, if you get confused now, after getting the solution I am getting confusion here, you keep whatever it is here like this. If you want to, you keep it like this only, but while writing you have to write it with minus 22.57. Okay, that anything you can do. You keep your own assumption whatever you have done in the at the first step, but you have to keep whatever the values you are getting. Minus means minus, you have to keep the direction you are keeping like this. Okay, so it's better if it is minus. So you just change the direction. It is towards the joint, not away from the joint. Means AB, the assumption was wrong, and it is compression. We got to know from joint A. Okay, I have changed the direction. Now BC is unknown, BE is unknown. Okay, means initially what we have assumed, it is in tension. This also away from the joint, it is in tension. Okay, now you apply one by one. Again, equations of equilibrium. Very simple part. Summation of Fx is equal to 0. Now see, look towards the horizontal forces. Which all are the horizontal forces are? So this now we have changed the direction, means I can write directly 22.50 kN. No need to write minus now, because already we have changed the direction. If you put the same direction as the assumption, you have to keep minus 22.50. If you change after getting the solution, if you are changing the direction, you can keep 22.50. Okay, any method you can adopt. Now here FAB horizontal force plus minus, it is in plus. Okay, FAB plus this one is FBC. FBC is equal to 0. Okay, FAB value we know 22.50 kN. Okay, need to write unit here. 22.50 plus FBC is unknown, is equal to 0. So FBC we are going to get as minus 22.50 kN. Means it is also in compression. Assumption was wrong. Assumption was wrong. So assumption made for BC was wrong. Initially it was, we have considered as tension, but it is coming as compression. Simple. See, if you give in the same direction, finally the body has to kept in the equilibrium condition. Okay. If you apply same force, if this is pushing here, the reaction force should be on the other side of it. So only you are getting what? The negative answer here. Okay. These are the fundamentals which is made by the mechanics. Okay. So this is FBC. So whatever the assumption we have made, we have made. Okay, but final answer what we are getting. So in the next joint when we consider no, that time you can change the direction. So here right now don't change nothing. Now next is For doing this, go for summation of Fy is equal to 0. So already FBC we got minus 22.5 and the compression it is Fy. Now which all no inclined force in this, only we have perfectly horizontal force, perfectly vertical force. So upward positive, downward negative. So FB is upward, FBE upward force, minus one more force is there vertical, that is minus 20 kN is equal to 0. Therefore FBE is equal to 20 kN. Positive answer we are getting, means the assumption is correct, it is in tension, that is T. Compression I am denoting by C and tension I am denoting it by C. So all the forces are now C. By considering this joint A, we have already solved this. We have got answer for this. By considering joint B, we have solved this. We have got this. We are only two values are unknown now, this member and this member. So if you go for C joint, you can only calculate this member. So it's better to go for joint E. Okay, if you consider joint E, ED as well as EC, both you can easily find by taking only one joint. Okay. From here, so let me. So I'll take joint E. Okay. Let me take joint E. I will consider this E point. Okay. E is connected with A. I'll draw this. Okay. Again, E is connected with ED. I'll draw this line. E is connected with EC. I'll draw this line. And E is also connected with EB. EB. Okay. Connectivity where all is there, no, you have to put those connectivities. Right? Now, which all known values are there? First, I'll write here. F A. Already we have calculated. Okay. Then BE or EB, both are same. So it was 20 kN tension. So tension means away from the joint. Already we have calculated this as 20 kN in the previous step. So A value is how much? It is 37.50. It is also in tension. 37.50. When we consider joint A, that time only we have calculated this 37.50 kN. Okay. Now we are left with only two unknowns. One is FED. So initially we have what we have considered, it is in tension away from the joint. FEC. Two unknowns are there, two known values are there. Okay. More than two unknowns means it will become difficult because we have only three equations of this thing. Fine. Now this theta already we have calculated 53.13. Previous video we have already calculated. If this is 53.13, obviously with respect to horizontal, this will also become 53.13. Our diagram is ready. Let us go with our equations of equilibrium. Okay. Summation of Fx is equal to 0. Let us go one by one. Right side positive, left side negative. Okay. So I'll just finish this fast so that we can go for the next step. So FED, it is in which direction? Right side direction, positive. You take FEC. Okay, always when you take now, you can keep a pen or anything, whatever stick, you can keep here. This inclined force can be made once vertical, once horizontal. When you consider Fx, you consider the horizontal resolved force. When you consider the Fy, you consider the resolved vertical force. Similarly, this is also inclined force. This can be made once vertical, once horizontal. Okay. Here I am making this FEC. Okay. If I resolve like this, it is in this direction. So it is plus FEC. It is rotating towards the theta. Means cos theta. One more inclined force is there which can be made horizontal. Okay. This force. It is also rotating towards the theta, but direction is in left hand side. So it will become minus FAE cos 53.13 is equal to 0. Okay. Now see, FED is also unknown value. FEC is also unknown value. Keep this as equation number 2. Keep this as equation number 2. Okay. Now you go jump towards the summation of Fy is equal to 0. Okay. So that in that Fy this horizontal force will not come. Easily we can find FEC value. Then we will substitute FEC value in this so as to get the FED value. Okay. Now see Fy. Which all forces are there? Downward, upward positive, downward negative. 20 kN it is downward, so minus 20. This force, when you resolve it vertical, it is going away from the theta, so it is sin theta. So downward it is going FAE sin 53.13. So FAE is already we have calculated, so I will write that as the value. So 37.50 sin 53.13. Then one more force is there, that is FEC. Again, when you resolve it vertical, it will go downward and it is going away from the theta. So it is FEC sin 53.13 is equal to 0. Okay. Now you will get FEC is equal to that I will write the answer. FEC is equal to minus 62.5 kilonewton. Means what? Again the assumption which I have made for the member EC was wrong. Okay, and it is going under purely compression. Okay. Now from equation 2, substitute this FEC value in this. Okay. So once you get FEC value, FEA value is known here. Okay. So here in this equation you can make directly. It is 37.50. FAE is nothing but 37.50. So you put FEC value in from. Already we have calculated this, so as to get FED value. So therefore from equation 2, FED will get it as 60 kilonewton positive plus 60 kilonewton. Just substitute this value in this. Okay, you will get this FED value. So it is minus 60 kilonewton. Positive means it is a tension. Okay. Now we have calculated all the member forces because of the actual loads which are acting on the structure. Also we have calculated the member forces by assuming the virtual force, that is imaginary force of 1 kilonewton which was acting at point B, because in the problem they have told you to calculate displacement at B. So only my imaginary force I have applied. If they would have asked at A, then I would have applied my imaginary force at A. So what is the next step? Let's see. You have to keep the equation in the mind so that whatever the table I am making, it will be easy for you to understand. Now I will make the table. First I will write the equation, that is del F into delta F is equal to summation of del Fi into Fi Bi divided by Bi Ai. Okay. So Fi Li. So they have given area constant. A is equal to, they have already given the area as, so in the problem statement they have given the area they have given as 400 mm square in all the members, and E they have given as 200 GPa. So E they have given as 200 GPa. Okay. Now let me make a table here. Now see, we have to take, so delta F is what? We know that 1. So it will become 1 into del F is equal to summation of del Fi into Fi Li divided by Fi Ei. Okay. Now let me make a table, that is member. Okay. What we want? We want this del Fi del Fi, which will be in kilonewton. We have already calculated in the first video all the member forces in the member due to the application of this imaginary load 1 kN. Then here Fi, it is also in kilonewton. Fi is what? Due to the actual load, what are the member forces we have calculated. Okay. Then next is Li. Here I write T equal to 400 mm square and E is equal to 200 kg. Okay. Li. Then here it will become summation of this whole term you write. Fi, Li, Ai upon Ti. So once you get this value, this value, this value, A we have, E we have, we can easily get these values for the particular number. Okay. I will write here AB, BC. I will just use this because I want the values. Okay. DE, EA, EB and EC. Okay. Fine. So we have already got AB value as 0. First video if you see, in that we have calculated the imaginary force. I am writing those member forces only. So these are the member, already we have calculated the member forces. Those member forces only you have to copy here. 1, 0, 1 minus 1.25. Okay, and due to the real loading, okay, also we have got this Fi values. So you have to write here 22.5 minus 22.5, 60, 37.5. If you cross check, you will get all these answers for the particular member. The member I have written here, in front of that you have to write its forces. It may be negative means, if it is negative, it is compression. If it is positive, then it is tension. Okay, 37.5, 20 minus 62.4. Okay, then length for AB member. So for AE and EC. So if you see this, it is a equilateral triangle. So we can easily find here this AE is equal to. So I'll write this. So AE is equal to EC is equal to under root of EC is equal to under root of how much is this? In the triangle, this is 1.5 square plus that is AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square, which we do know. So same thing I am doing here. So it is 1.5 and this is 2 square. So you will get the answer as 2.5 meters. So here for the length of AB is 1500 mm. So you can write this is in mm. This is also 1500 mm. This is also 1500 mm. This is 2500 mm. This is 2000 mm. This is 2500 mm. Now you just multiply everything. 0 into this divided by AE. You will get, so 0 is there, here you will get 0. Here also 0 is there, if you multiply you will get 0. So clear formula it is there. Sigma Fi is here, del Fi is here, Fi is here, Li is here, A is here, E is here. Everything is given here, just you need to substitute that. Okay, this is 0.84, this is 0, 0.5 and 2.43. If I do now if I take here one more table, in this only you can add if you want. Don't write this full table, just I will add this summation of del Fi into Fi di Fi Li divided by Ai Ei. You add all these, you will get final answer as 3.77. Okay, this is we are going to get it in final. So finally, delta F at point B, where you are calculating, we are calculating displacement at point B is equal to nothing but 3.77. This is the final answer because. Okay, so in this way you have to solve. Procedure is going to remain same. Once you have to apply the real load, once you have to apply the virtual load, that is imaginary load, which disturbs your equilibrium of the structure. Okay, so in this way any type of problem they may give in the exam, it will be determinate structure only. Okay, so any problem they may give, you have to adopt this only. You just understand, this subject is not to by heart, this subject is to understand the concept. If you understand the concept, any type of problem you can solve easily.